Well, last night we got news about Iowa football's night game against Michigan being played under the lights. Now we switch over to basketball for an important opponent from the Big East.
That's right. The Big Ten and Big East have decided to face off again for the series of games called the Graphic Tip-Off Games. Katie and Colin are standing by, to tell us Iowa's lucky opponent.
Thanks, Jeremy and Alana. Iowa's Big East opponent is the 2016 Big East Tournament champions, Seton Hall.
The game will take place here in Iowa City on November 17th.
Some tough competition coming to Iowa City for the Hawks.
Yeah, definitely, Katie. It's always a tall task when you got to face a former conference champion.
For sure. Now bringing it back to the present, it was a very different NFL draft this season for Iowa players.
Just 5 picks away from breaking the streak of Iowa players getting drafted, but luckily Austin Blythe got his chance in the 7th round with the Indianapolis Colts.
And let's not forget about those who signed as free agents, which happened to be quite a few.
Marshall Kane heads to the Miami Dolphins, Jordan Lomax to the other side of the country to the Los Angeles Rams, and Nate Meyer will stay in the Midwest with the Chicago Bears.
Both Jordan Walsh and Adam Cox will head to the Atlanta Falcons, and tight end Henry Krieger-Coble will go to the Super Bowl champions, the Denver Broncos.
Running back Jordan Canzeri will get a tryout with the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend and the New Orleans Saints next weekend.
And as of right now, defensive end Drew Ott, who has been the big story surrounding the Iowa football program, hasn't signed anywhere, but there are definitely some teams interested in Ott.
We will keep you updated as he progresses through different team options.
And while those guys are taking their next steps in their lives, there's one Iowa baseball player who has taken the step to be the head man of his team's lineup.
A lack of hitting in the front of the lineup caused a change, and I tell you how it's going. With the team floating around the 500 mark all season, Coach Rick Heller took notice that the front end of the lineup was not producing like it should have been, so he decided to make a change. Iowa men's baseball coach Rick Heller noticed something different in his players. It was that first baseman Tyler Payton and center fielder Joel Booker were batting for better average in their non-traditional spots in the lineup, so he made the switch, moving Payton to leadoff and Booker to third in the lineup.
Yeah, he's done a good job there, and like we talked the other day, it just made sense because statistically, he's hitting like 489 when he led off an inning, or when he came up in situations like that, and Booker was driving in more runs, so just make the flip-flop.
The change in the lineup for the two players is one they are not used to, but Payton and Booker do not seem to mind the switch.
Yeah, I like hitting in the 3-hole, especially since you're going to get more curveballs there, and I've hit the curveball pretty well so far, so I feel pretty comfortable.
My best stats have come from the leading off an inning, and so I'm very comfortable with the. I might not look like an identical or like a ideal leadoff guy, but I do feel comfortable there.
Payton and Booker even have some friendly competition going on because of the switch.
I got wheels. Yep, faster than Booker.
If he wants to think that, he can have it. He can be faster than me for a little while.
Reporting from Duane Banks Field, this has been Colin Murphy, Daily Iowan, TV Sports. We will see if the switch continues to work as Iowa hosts their last non-conference game of the year Tuesday night against Western Illinois. We will have those highlights on Wednesday's live show.
Iowa softball will also get the bats going Tuesday night for the last Cy-Hawk Series game of the year against Iowa State.
With the win, the series will go to Iowa on the year as they are currently up 12-10. Great revenge after losing last year.
And what are the odds that softball wins, though? It's not looking too bad. Iowa owns a 32-29-2 advantage over the Cyclones in the all-time series.
Last season, Iowa State did get the win 5-4 at Bob Pearl Field, though.
We'll have those highlights on Wednesday, plus we stick with baseball and one player who got the attention of head coach Rick Heller through a subject line on an email.
And Katie puts us in the shoes of one Iowa track star. Alana and Jeremy, back to you.